Hey guys, Doward here. I'm out here at Keeb's place. The Colorado behind me, I've been neglecting it a little bit. I've been working on the F250, taking care of work, and it's just, this thing has gotten pushed down low on my priority list. Well, both the driver's side and passenger side windows are no longer working. The passenger side window, I actually already opened it up. The plastic clips that hold the regulator to the window itself have all been busted up, so I'm going to go ahead and replace those. So I figured I'd do a little video on it and start tearing this thing apart. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is take the entire door panel off. That's pretty easily accomplished. 2 screws down here.
Step 1, remove the diapers.
Another one there. Yeah, no, I got diapers. I got a kid, what do you expect? But yeah, remove that screw right there. Remove these 2 screws here. And then this entire thing just sort of pulls up and off. Oh, well, sorry.
Are these star bits?
You gotta take this off. No, they're Phillips. I haven't brought a Phillips head screwdriver just in case. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this off. Screws removed. So first thing we'll do is pop this guy out. Just pull straight up. Impact. Pull this up and out. Go ahead and undo the clip. Unclipped. Gotta pull this off. This pulls out. Gotta take this off. Alright, now that's out the way. This is the hookup for the power mirror. At this point, she should come off. We just basically pull it off or lift it up. I don't really remember. I think it kind of lifts up and pull off. Let's see what we can do. Oh, look at that. Sits right there perfect. I got a perfect little vantage point. Alright. Wire here for the tweeter. Disconnect that, and I'll just put this in the back seat for now. Alright. Weather shield. Pull what I need to out of the way here on this. Be careful not to rip it or anything. We'll be putting it back on. Fold it down like this, and it should let me get to everything. Alright. That plastic clip is in good condition. That one not so much. So what I've got to do is actually unbolt. I've got to take the window itself completely out. Now I'll be using Keeb's help for this. You definitely are probably going to want a second helper just to make sure you don't mess up your window, because that can get expensive. So what I'm going to do is actually lower the regulator down here so that I can get to it, unbolt the clip from here, which I can get to right there. But then I'll take this window and rotate it a little, and then I should be able to wiggle it up and out, maybe out to the front side of it. I don't know. Now that I've got all this off here, I'm going to plug my controller, window motor controller here back in, just so I can very carefully lower this a little bit. And I'll do this by holding the glass. There we go. That should give me plenty to get around it. See if I can get the glass out. I'm going to lower the regulator all the way down. And you see this is just coming right up through here. Woot! Bonk. As you can see, both of my stupid clips came unglued, so we'll be fixing that. I'm going to bring this around the driver's side and set it down. Alright, now I can bring it back up. There's one of them right there. You can see it's broken. The front of this is just totally broken off. The regulator looks like it's slightly bent, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that regulator. So yeah, the next part's just going to be unbolting these. Alright, so what I've done is I've brought it up about halfway. I went ahead and took that one clip out. What did There it is. I put the bolt back in there just to make sure I don't lose it. It's just 10 mil, nothing to it. But the reason I folded this up like so is that I'm going to go through and remove the bolts that hold this thing on. See, I've got 1, 2, should be 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Oh no, here they are. Here we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I should be able to drop this down in here and slide it just right down this big ass hole. Drop it. Wow, that bolt was loose. Go ahead and disconnect. There we go. One window regulator out. At least one of the window hold downs. Or no, this is what actually held it down. This was the back half. And now I can take this other clip off. This clip's still in good condition. I could reuse it, but why? Why bother? All it really needs is the bolt off of it. As you can see, it's important you make sure you keep these lined up. Alright, so let me go compare this, but I'm almost certain this bad boy's bent. I don't know if you can tell there, but it definitely appears to be bent. I might be able to bend it back, but why take the risk? I've already spent the money on the new one. If nothing else, I can take this motor out, maybe put it on the other side, because I think my motor is actually bad on the other side. Alright, new, old. Straight, bent. Spring, no spring. We're going to take that spring off, use flathead, just pop the spring out, clock it, put it in here. And yeah, little difference there in the motor. This has a little pigtail, whereas this just came directly off of it. It's got a little, I don't know what that is. I'm guessing some kind of a water drain. This may not have it. I'm not too stressed about that. So, nice thing though, since this is I know this is a known good motor, if the motor on my driver's side does turn out to be bad, I'm going to see if I can just swap this bad boy right over to it. Maybe get both of them working. In the meantime though, no grease or anything on any of these, so I'm going to make sure I grease everything up, put the spring on. I'm going to grease my teeth and all here, grease the channel where everything slides, just to make sure it goes up and down nice and smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on all that. Next up will be the reinstallation, because my intention is to go ahead and bolt this guy in, bolt my clips to it, but then what I'm going to do is mix up some JB Weld and clean, well first, yeah, I got to clean down the entire channel over here to make sure everything's nice and clean. And then what I'm going to do is bolt my clips on here, bolt everything back in, put the window in, push it, roll it all the way up, completely up, and I'm going to leave it like that for a couple of days till everything's dry. So I'm going to get to work on it. It's important that I glue these tabs on correctly. So now if you look, you can see this is going to sit just like so, which means that this part, this bolt part, is going to face toward the outside of the door, as you can see. The curvature of the glass makes that real easy to determine. These are going to go back on like so. Now being that these are direct replacements, I'm just going to go ahead and put them right back in the same position they were in. So the next thing I need to go ahead and do is clean this area, and then I'm going to rough it up with some sandpaper so that I can JB Weld her back in place. I've looked around online, this JB Weld, a lot of people have had good success with it. I'm going to put that on there, and while it's still wet, before it sets up and fully cures, I'm going to bolt it all back together in the vehicle, and then just put the window all the way up and leave it for a couple of days, and then we'll test. JB Weld time. Alright, so I'm going to mix up some JB Weld. JB Weld, 1-to-1 ratio. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix. Yeah, I know, they're crazy. Mixing up the JB Weld. Then what I'm going to do is take the JB Weld and I'm going to work it down into the slots. It ain't going to be all the way at the very top, dude. I'm going to have you bring this down on this once I get these in.
Just holding it in place for right now.
And of course, getting to the other side is always going to be the fun one. Alright, we're going to bring the window slowly down into it. far so good, huh? Bring it down. Bring it down, bring it down.
She ain't going down no more.
Alright, now we're going to take this and we're going to go back up with it. Make sure it's all the way up. Alright. And now I'm going to leave this like this, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to feed a little bit more JB Weld down on here, just to make certain that I've got a good tight bond in there. Because you don't want to do this twice. And then I'm going to leave it there for like a week. I know this cures in about a day, but I don't care. I'm going to leave it for like a week. There you go. You should be able to see the JB Weld. I'm just going to take a paper towel and kind of wipe around it so that a lot of that excess is off. And I'm just going to leave this up. And that should take care of all my situation. I've already bolted everything else back together. I can disconnect this. And I'll go ahead and put the weather shield and all back together. There we have it. We'll check back in like a week or two. Check back in a week.